Hi there, welcome to the Nomadic Owl Oracle. My name is Jessica, and this is going to be the mid-month general read for the Earth signs, which are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So this reading, like I said, is going to be a general read. It is not going to be specific as far as any certain person or any certain situations such as finance, career, love, whatever the case may be. If you are wanting a personal reading, please contact me to set up one, but this is for whoever needs it at this time. I do read an energy, so this is going to be based on an energy. It is not based on a certain sex, so take it as it applies. If this does not resonate with you, please check your sun, moon, and rising sign. You can find that on google.com. I'm sorry, my cat's being crazy. You can find that on google.com or also on Cafe Astrology, and that'll provide you more information as far as that. So a couple of things that I'm going to point out before I do this reading is I don't shuffle the cards on screen. I am going to actually, prior to, I sit with the cards, I pray over the cards, I reflect on them and see what intuitive insight I'm getting from the cards, and then I go from there. I don't like watching other readings where people shuffle on them, so that's why I don't do it in my readings per se, because I don't enjoy it myself, so why would I want to put anybody else through that? Another thing is I do cuss at times. So if you don't like cussing, you might want to go ahead and click off, because I want to be my true self and authentic self and be as real with you as I possibly can be. I do talk to you like I would talk to anybody that I'm close to, my friends, family, whatever. So I want to keep that as authentic and as accurate as I possibly can, because I am me and I don't want to pretend and portray myself as being something other than what I am. I know that I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine. This is new to me. I'm doing this solely to help people, because there are times that we all need some kind of insight into situations. So anyways, without all that being said, I am going to go ahead and start your reading. Again, this is a general reading for mid-February until the end of February. And so for the first card, guys, that you have as the overall energy for the remainder of the month, you have Between Worlds. So this card is talking about right now you're in a transition stage in your life. You know, you're used to how things used to be, but things are now completely different than what you were used to. It might be really hard to know where you're going to go, where you're going to end up, what's going to happen, and things such as that. So you're at a point where you're at a standstill and you're not aware of what you need to do or how you need to transition into this new phase. So maybe you're feeling a little bit torn, a little bit confused, a little bit conflicted. Just know that whatever is going on right now is something that is being divinely guided. It is something that is necessary and that is supposed to happen in your life. Keep your faith and believe that you are being led down the right path, that you are making the right decisions at this time. The second overall energy that you have is exchanging gifts. Sorry, guys. So this card is talking about taking the time to invest in a situation. So you might be in a relationship, a new job, school, something where you have to invest your energy into, but they also invest their energy back into you. It's like an equal exchange of two commingling energy situations to help each other, if that makes sense. So it's a time to be open to helping others, but also open to letting them help you if needed. You know, you might be able to fix a flat tire where somebody else might be able to cook better. So, you know, it's like an equal trade. You know, energy is always, for it to be balanced, it does need to be an equal situation, you know, to make it, I guess, flow correctly, if that's the word I'm trying to use at this time. So whatever the situation may be, you have to be able and be willing to not only give to the situation, but also to take from it. You know, some of us are fine with giving gifts, but we have a hard time with receiving gifts or help from others. This is a time to let that go. This is a time to be more open and understand that this is part of the process, and this is what you are having to experience right now for a reason. It's teaching you a lesson, and it's showing you something that possibly you didn't know before in the past. So then the last energy that you have for the month remainder is By the Book, and I'm trying to get it to where you can see it. So this card is talking about, in life, in organizations, in different groups, there are like rules and laws and, the way that they like to do things. And in the universe, there are laws as well, so everything needs to be done by the book. Don't try to cut corners in the situation. Don't try to like leave out steps and avoid certain things because you don't want to handle it, because what that's going to do is cause you more conflict and chaos in your situation. So the whole point in this is you're trying to get out of the old and progress into the new. You're kind of at that middle ground in its gray area where you don't know what the fuck's going on, and you're trying to like push forward. You might need the help of other people. You might need the expertise, the knowledge, whatever the case may be. So be willing to accept that from others, whether you want to or not. Be open, okay? It's going to help you so much if you are. But also, in the same point, don't just take from somebody or a situation without giving back to it. That's not fair, and that's like one-sided. So you want to try to keep it balanced. And then by the book, make sure that you're going and taking the necessary steps that are needed to be able to progress. Don't try to skip over them, because if you do, it's going to cause you a lot of problems. So for the clarifiers that we have for this remainder of the month is you have the Curiosor and the Curiosor. It says discovery, inquiry, weirdness, and curiosity. And this one is in the reverse, guys. So with this being in the reverse, it's talking about, you're in a situation where things are not what you're used to. And, you don't really want to adapt to that. You feel like you've already learned enough. You've already done enough. You shouldn't have to do anything else. But that's not correct. You're going to have to learn how to integrate new things into your life, integrate new ways of being, new methods of producing the results that you want. Because if you stay in the old, you're going to continue to get the same old energy, the same old bullshit that you've always had. Now is the time that you're trying to move forward out of that into a new state, into a higher level of being. So you're going to have to release that and stop trying to be so stuck in your old ways. Then you have, we're all mad here. Everyone is a little different. However, this is in the reverse. So to me, this card is talking about you are trying to portray yourself as being like everybody else and being of this certain lifestyle, of this certain presence, whatever the case may be. You are not showing people who you truly are in some aspect or another because you're scared how they will receive you. What it's saying is, now is a time to embrace who you are, embrace your differences, and be proud of those, honor those, accept those, because the more you hide them, the less you are yourself. You are who you are. Nobody was created to all be the exact same. That would be boring as fuck. And what kind of world would we live in if everybody was exactly the same and did exactly the same things and looked exactly the same? I know me personally, I would not like that shit. I would not like that at all. That would be really lame. So embrace who you are. Embrace your weirdness. Embrace the things that other people might be like, wow, that's kind of weird, Embrace that. Be you. And don't worry so much about what other people are going to think of you. You are stepping into your power, into yourself, and what you are destined to do here on earth. So now, since I gave you my intuitive take, I'm going to read from the books the actual meanings of the cards to give you more thorough read into this. I'm going to show you what decks I'm using today. So we have the Wisdom of the Oracle. And then the second deck is Alice Wonderland Oracle. So guys, for the Between Worlds card, the meaning is transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another. Temporary blindness, no man's land. The Oracle's message is, between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place between what was and what will be is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. There is a great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life. Within a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and desires and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expected it to be. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with curious eyes of a child glimpsing at a rainbow for the first time. Do so, and you will not be disappointed. So it's saying that what you're going through is completely opposite of what you're used to, and it's very hard for you to let go and just accept it, and embrace it. So now is the time to work on that. Work on being more open and able to accept the changes. Change sometimes can be really scary, but it's necessary at this time because, let's be honest, we're all trying to do the best we can in life, or everybody that I would think of would be. Fuck, maybe there are people that don't give a shit. So anyways, that's not the case in this reading. The case is you're wanting to change things. You're wanting things to be better. You're trying to improve yourself in your life. So be open. So the second energy that you had was the exchanging of the gifts, guys. And so that card, it says the meaning is the law of giving and receiving, currency, trade-offs, weighing cost and determining the value. The Oracle's message to you. You're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything that you need to seize them. Yet in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do this. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance in the situation. This is not a time of just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. So it's saying to you, like I was telling you, you need to try to balance out, don't just be given and not be willing to receive back in return. And don't be take and not expect to be given something back in return. It needs to be balanced, guys. So the last overall energy that you have was buy the book. I'm trying to get it. Okay, that's better. I'm sorry, the lighting in here sucks really bad sometimes. Okay, so the meaning is abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting culture or family customs, universal laws. I apologize, guys. I'm really congested right now. So the Oracle's message is the universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provides a framework for human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of thought, the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few of those laws that are known. These principles create perfect order and operate with a kind of precision beyond human understanding. Even revolution has its place in universal law. Human beings in turn have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture and family to family. Laws keep social order and govern behavior, reflecting an instinctive understanding that harmony is important. This is a time to learn these laws and conform to them rather than being the rebel and flaunting about. When this card appears, submit to structure and follow the rules even if they seem to make no sense to you. Release resistance, for universal laws will correct any disharmony in your life. Open your eyes to those universal laws and it will be easier to go by the book at this time. So it's telling you, look, you're in a new situation, you're in a new environment, you're in a new relationship, whatever the case may be. Things are different in this than what you have been in the past. So you can't bring in what you had in the past and then put those rules and regulations and stuff on what this new thing is. This new thing has its own rules, its own regulations, its own, things that help it flow easy and smoothly. So The point is at this time, you need to learn those, be open to those, be accepting of those to make the situation flow and you to be able to progress forward. If you fight against this, then you're going to cause yourself unnecessary drama, problems, and a lot of bullshit. So let's be real about that. That's pretty much what that just said to you. So don't be like that. So for your first clarifier, you have curiouser, and curiouser. That is not a word. It says discovery, inquiry, weirdness, and curiosity. But it was in the reverse, guys. So let me look it up. So it stands for, like I said, discovery, inquiry, weirdness, and curiosity. But in the reverse, it says, a lack of interest is finding out about different places, cultures, or people. A desire to stick to the familiar, believing you have grown enough and need not extend yourself any further. Being static, habitual, and apathetic. So it's saying that you need to get over that. You need to stop thinking that you know everything, if that's the case, or stop, thinking, hey, I've already learned what I need to learn. I don't need to learn anymore. Or, hey, I've already done what I need to do. I don't need to do anymore. You need to get over that mentality and accept that you need to grow more. You need to learn more. You need to do more in the situation to make it better. Because like I said, if you keep doing the same shit that you always did, you're going to get the same fucking results. So it's time to change that. It's time to look at your life and be real with yourself 100% and say, look, man, I don't like this, so I want to change it. Start taking the steps to balance that out to make that happen. The last clarifier that you have is we're all mad here. Everyone is a little different, but this one is also in the reverse, guys. So with this card being in the reverse, it's going to be a different meaning than it would normally be, obviously. It says, telling yourself that you are normal over and over won't make it so. You may be grounded, wholesome, earthy, realistic, problematic, but you are still a little mad. There is no need to deny it so strongly or to point out the madness of everyone else. Come to know your own brand of madness, and you'll soon be so much more at peace and able to enjoy this amazing life you've been blessed enough to experience. So it's saying, everybody's different. And, we may not understand everything or everyone or why they do the things that they do, or we may not agree with them. But it's a time of accepting that, accepting yourself, accepting situations for what they truly are, not trying to force it to be something it's not. Because if you try to force something to be something it's not going to work because it'll break down eventually. Something might be based on a lie in the beginning and then it just falls apart because it was a bunch of bullshit. So right now you're trying to set up stable foundations. You need to focus on letting go of the old. Learn your lessons from the old, but move forward into the new, knowing that you're going to have to release the old to bring in the new. You need to be able to balance the situation out, both give and take. Whatever the situation, relationship, whatever it is, okay? Make sure that you try to find balance for both of you or both of those that are involved in this, okay? Do it by the book. Take the necessary steps. Do not try to shorten it. Do not try to make it something that it's not supposed to be. Stop thinking that you're already at the climax. You're right here, but you could go right here. So now is the time to accept that, even though you might feel in your heart that, hey, look, I've already done what I need to do. You still need to invest in this situation to make it flow and work properly. And honor yourself, honor the others. Everybody has differences, okay? But it's those differences and the uniqueness of all of us here that make things so amazing, It's really cool. I mean, when you look at the world and all the different people and the different religions and the different music and art and all these different things, life is beautiful, whether you think it is or not. It is. It's beautiful. And there are so many beautiful things that somebody that you may not even normally want to be around or some place that you might not be used to might have, that it can teach you beautiful experiences, learning, knowledge, things like that. So be more open, okay? So guys, I hope that this helped you. I hope that it answers some questions for you. Again, if this didn't resonate, please check your sun, moon, and rising signs. If you would like to schedule a personal reading, please contact me on here or on my Facebook page. I will let you know for the remainder of February, I'm offering my 8-card spread readings for $14. Normally they're $20, just so you know. I've had a lot of people ask me about readings and they want them cheaper, but guys, I put a lot of energy into this stuff, and I do give the free giveaways at times, but at some point, like, I have to get something back in return. I mean, I'm just saying, we're talking about energy exchanges and I have to eat. So I love you guys. I hope that you're having a great month. I hope that everything is flowing and that you figure out how to commingle this situation. If you need help with anything or have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Otherwise, I will see you guys later, and I'll be doing the March readings here soon, hopefully. And I apologize that it's taken me so long to get these out, but I hope you have a great remainder of your month. Happy February, guys.